One of my favorite things to teach one-handers for more power and control is on full display with this Federer backhand. I want you to pay close attention to his non-hitting hand, his left hand on the throat of the racket. I want you to watch how his non-hitting hand is going to drop with the racket. It's actually going to come forward and we're not going to be able to see it because it's actually going to be hidden in front of him. Then it will reemerge going back. This is a subtle detail that makes a world of difference. So watch the non-hitting hand is dropping with the racket. Notice it comes forward, and right here, we cannot see his non-hitting hand. It is hidden in front of his left hip. Then, just before contact, we see it reemerge. So let's go to contact. So there's contact. We see his non-hitting hand reemerge, and that's when it starts to go back. Most recreational players on their one-handed backhand drop the non-hitting hand off of the racket way too early. You'll see that Federer here has taken the racket back high with both hands. He drops with both hands, and it even starts to come forward with both hands. And then that's when he reverses, letting go and then moving that hand going backward. Watch, his non-hitting hand is gone high with both hands. Now we're going to see it drop with both hands. And now watch, it starts to go forward with both hands. And once it disappears from this view, and that's why you got to film yourself from this view to compare your backhand to Federer's, once the non-hitting hand has disappeared from our view, that's when he lets go, and that's when he actually has a true counterweight on the backhand. Now, as I'm always suggesting, you need to go out and film yourself hitting backhands so that you can compare your technique to what you're learning in this video and what we just saw Roger Federer doing. Here's the simple truth. The one-handed backhand is mostly two-handed. Both hands are on the racket for the majority of the time prior to contact. So you're going to take the racket back with two hands. You're going to drop with two hands. You'll even begin coming forward with two hands. That is when we let go and begin moving the non-hitting hand back as a counterweight. When we move this arm back fast, it helps us move this arm fast. So it can actually be an accelerant and allow us to swing even faster. And it helps us stay sideways so our racket tracks out toward our target. So we can hit faster and be more accurate. Those are great benefits, right? Here's typically what I see. Players turn high and then let go. Or they drop a little bit and then let go. If your non-hitting hand begins going back too early, it's no longer a counterweight because it is done going back by the time you hit the ball, and then it gets dragged and pulled forward, and then you don't get the benefits of having a counterweight. That is why the non-hitting hand has to stay on for what feels to be just before you hit. Then you let go, and that's when it can move back. Let me show you this now from the same perspective we saw with Roger. So you'll see my back is to the camera now. You can see my non-hitting hand. You can see my non-hitting hand now. Now you can't. It's in front of my left pocket, and now you can see it again. So it's back, down, in front of the pocket, back again. And that's what you're going to notice when I hit these backhands. Notice my non-hitting hand disappears, and then it reappears again. This is why it's important to have a Topspin Pro so you can film yourself doing this. It's raining outside. I feel like it's been raining where I live for like the last 2 months. So it's frustrating to not be able to get out on the courts, but I can still be working on my backhand technique and keeping my non-hitting hand on until it disappears to you, and then it reappears again. Again, one of the huge benefits of the Topspin Pro, being able to practice at home in any weather. Don't forget, if you're looking for people in your local area to play against and practice with, and to find a coach who's close to you who can help with your one-handed backhand, just use my link in the description, playercourt.com/2minutetennis, and you use my link, you get 50% off when you join. Practice the one-handed backhand technique that we just saw Roger Federer use, where the non-hitting hand came in front of the pocket, then goes back. If you do, there's no doubt you're going to gain confidence, win more matches, and play much better tennis. This is Ryan Reedy from 2minutetennis.net. You got this.